love how subtle the flame on this one is. It's a sneaky one. Man, what a great guitar. The time has come for us to say goodbye to our last burst. It's bittersweet because we and I have really come to love this guitar, but it's going to such a great guy, also an extraordinarily awesome player. So the home it's going to is going to be awesome. Normally, you know, with a guitar, you would ship a guitar, but I'm not about to ship that guitar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to personally deliver this guitar to my client. They will remain anonymous. And I know that there have been a lot of comments about the anonymity of the ownership of this guitar and now more anonymity. And why do you do that, David? Why don't you just tell us who owned the guitar? The reason that I don't mention who owned that guitar is because a lot of folks are private people, be they artists, be they collectors. A lot of folks just don't want their name out there for public consumption, as I have said in other videos. So it shall remain a mystery and shall never be disclosed because now the guitar is leaving us and it does not belong to us anymore. So what I'm gonna do is take you along for this journey. We are gonna go out of state. I have rented a pretty sweet Chrysler Pacifica, roll-in in style. And the reason that I rented that car is because we are also picking up some trades from this very good friend of ours. So originally he was gonna drive them in, but since we've done this deal, I was like, listen, let me drive you the guitar. I'll pick up your trades. You don't have to do anything. I'll handle it all. So that's what we're gonna do. I kind of like road trips, so hopefully you do too. Come along with me on the journey. Let's go. All right, good morning to the world. We are off to an undisclosed location in this super sweet Kia Carnival, whose seats I have taken all out so I can bring these trades back. But we are gonna drop this burst off to our good friend and new owner. Hit the road, should be about, I don't know, not too long a drive. Okay, we'll check back in. All right, so I think we are about, this says it's gonna take us about 4 hours and some change to get to our destination. I really love these little quick trips. It's also nice too because what time is it? It's like 5:59 a.m. in lovely Chicago and there is no traffic, which is pretty sweet. Check this out. Yay, no traffic. So, should be some easy sailing. Beautiful day, beautiful morning. Man, you guys, I might get a little philosophical on you on this trip, but I just want to recognize just how fortunate we are. You know, my good friend, and I'm going to name drop, my good friend Nick Greer of Greer Amplifiers and Greer Pedals. I'm sure many of you know Nick. Nick is a sweetheart. I love Nick. I'll never forget something he said to me. I think it was during COVID. We were talking and he said you should be very thankful because you made the wake up list. You made the wake up list. In other words, you know, if you're watching this, you got to wake up this morning. And it's true, it's a simple thing, but it's so true. I'll never forget that. So anyway, Nick, I love you, brother. And I hope that we are all thankful for making that list today. All right, I'll check back in later. I'll check back in later with ya. All right, everybody, I am taking a little break to stretch my legs. Check this trailer out I found. Look at this thing. Holy smokes. Man, it's kind of fun to take these trips. I've done this a few times. We had a huge Marshall collection. I don't know if you guys remember, but we had this huge Marshall collection. I think November, yeah, it was about November of last year. And I had a client who purchased quite a few of those, so you know, they were very rare amps, and we could have shipped them. Of course, they would have been insured, but if anything would have happened to them, I couldn't replace them. So I was like, you know what? I'll drive them to you. So I drove those quite a distance. That was a long drive, all the way out to the East Coast. But it was pretty cool. I got to see some really cool parts of the country that I hadn't seen in a long time. So anyway, I'm out here in the middle of America, and just wanted to check in with you. That's all I got for now. Everybody, you are in for a big treat because my friend and client has agreed to, he will not be on camera out of respect for privacy, as we've discussed, but is gonna allow me to share some of his collection, which is absolutely insane. Some legendary guitars and some extraordinary amps. If you know me, you know that I love amplifiers incredibly. So yeah, let's get into it, but let's just check out, this is the one room. So this is all mostly new. All vintage amps. We'll get into some of these. So much to get into. So I guess the best way to start is to start. Well, here's one that caught my eye. This is a wide panel Pro. This is the 210 Marshall. This is an 18 watt. Got an old Tremolux over here. You don't see those every day. Wow, look at this. Wide panel Super. Look how clean that is. Wow. Unreal, man. You know I love myself some Leo Fender. Look at that. Look at this old Gibson here. Oh yeah. That is cool. Oh, look at that high-powered twin. Look at that. High-powered twin. So we're just going through some of the cool stuff. Some very cool amps. I mean, amps that I have not, that you rarely ever see. Let's look at these guys. Look at that. How much would you love to plug those in? Got a super lead. And that guy should be a super lead also, yeah. Super lead as well. 410 Marshall, 1969. Look at that. Unbelievable. I wanted to get a video of these two together. Look at this park. These were made by Jim Marshall. And then you've got that. All right, we had to get a picture of, or a video of these three together. So, I mean, here we have something, oh yeah, So Dumble Overdrive Special. Beautiful. Can't look over the JMP, I think 68. All right, so we have Caesar Diaz Vibromaster right here, Caesar Diaz Vibromaster here, and Peter McMahon most likely made Vibromaster right here. Very cool. I have not seen these ever. Exceptionally rare. If you love amps, man, you are loving this video right now. All right, we got an old Mesa Boogie from the 70s. Look at that. Look at that speaker. Man, that magnet's insane. Wow. All right, so old Vibroverb, I think a 63. This, I believe, is the Mark Knopfler amp. Look at those speakers, man. Not actually Mark Knopfler's, but one that he made famous and used. Look at these Magnatones. I got these guys here kind of so you can all see them. So we got custom 250. We've got a custom 260. And then we have a custom 280. And this is so cool. I have never seen one of these in the flesh. Vibrosonic here. This is a lap steel or pedal steel amp. So pretty unforgiving if I'm correct. Big old 15-inch, very clean amp, 15-inch speaker. If I'm wrong about that, I'm sure you all will correct me, but I believe that's what I'm looking at right there. That's cool. Man. Some amps, this isn't even everything. This isn't really scratching the surface, but I mean, definitely great taste in amplifiers. I appreciate the vintage inclination here. I'm gonna file this one under an amp I've never seen before. This is a Gibson bass amp. That top comes off here. Look at that. How cool is that? Check this out, everybody. Les Paul GA40. Wow, that is so cool. Look at that Jensen. Look at this here. Look at that. Let's see. Les Paul GA40. Minty, 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 minty. Super clean. Man, I bet that amp sounds so good. All right, here's one. Here's another one. This late 50s, I would say late 50s, early 60s, Gibson, Veritone. And check this out. How cool is this? Got these little buttons here. Yeah, maybe a GA80 we think. I'm not sure. I'll have to do some research, but oh wow, it's got a 15. Wow, I bet this amp sounds incredible. Well, I'll have to do my homework on this one, but that's okay. You don't know what you don't know until you know, I guess. Is that what they say? I don't know what they say, but this is the coolest thing. Okay, I'm gonna file this one under one I've not ever seen. This is a brown Bandmaster, but it's a 310. Look at that, 310. See if I can get that camera to look at that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is an extraordinarily rare amp. Let's just get those controls. Look how clean this thing is. Man, so cool. All right, got a cool Supro. There we go. Sorry about that, y'all. Oh yeah, that old Jensen 15s, man. They loved the 15s back then. Oh man. And this is just, I mean, I can't get everything, but these are just some of the highlights. Some beautiful Marshall heads as well, which, well, you saw some of them. I mean, these are just amps you just don't see. You just don't see these out in the wild. Man, just so cool. I hope this is cool for you guys. If you could have one of these amps, one of these, you could have one. Which one would you want? And then tell me why. Here's what you got. Let me know. I'm super curious to know which ones you all would pick. I'll tell you mine later. Here you have the Fender Golden Age book. Here you have a 52 P bass. And here's the actual P bass. Oh my gosh. I can't show you all this room, but let me tell you, it is, it will blow your mind. Unbelievable. I mean, holy grail pieces in here. And this is just the beginning. 1958, Gretsch White Penguin. Unbelievable. All right, well, here's something you will, well, I've never seen one. This is a custom, obviously, but this is a 1961 Les Paul custom. And I'm hearing maybe 20 or 40 of these were made. And the serial is pretty wild. I can't share with you what that is, but wow. All right, well, that was one incredible hangout. I feel really fortunate, first of all, to get to do what I do. I've worked very hard at it. And I've met some very cool people. This client and friend has one of the most incredible collections that I've ever seen. Like it's just a very thoughtful collection, but they're all really great guitars because he's a really good player. And I mean, he's a really great player. I mean, awesome. So some of those guitars, I just, I couldn't do video on because there's some privacy request because of their rarity, which is totally understandable. But really what I wanted to just say is that, I love all guitars. I love amplifiers. I love just about anything that will make music. But man, I love old guitars. I love vintage guitars. I love vintage amplifiers. There's just a thing. I don't know how you feel about it. I don't know if you've experienced that, but they inspire me to want to write. Especially the old amplifiers, because nothing sounds like them. I mean, those amplifiers that I saw today, I mean, some that I've never seen ever in real life. I mean, I can only imagine what it would be like to plug those in, especially plug a Burst into one of those, or a Blackguard, or a old Gretsch, or 335 or 345 or whatever. It's just a different sound. And then the thing is, when you hear that sound, it's just kind of new. And it's that newness that makes you want to write. That's been my experience. I'm curious what yours has been. So anyhow, I'm on the road, and I've got my Audible books going on, and I've got Jeff Tweedy's book, Write One Song. I think it's called Just Write, How to Write One Song. Yeah, I think a lot of him as far as being an artist. And if you haven't heard that book or read it or the audio book, I really highly recommend that you do, because it doesn't require you to have to write the world's best song or be the greatest songwriter in the world. That's not the point of the book. I think the point of the book so far is just to do it. Just write a song, even if it sucks or you think it sucks. Just write. And then the more you write, hopefully the better you get. But that's why I love these old instruments, because I feel like they help you unlock something when you are having a hard time finding something. I'll also tell you something about Jeff Tweedy and why my channel is called Make Something, Say Something. I actually owe that title to Jeff Tweedy. He did a Reverb interview not too long ago. I mean, my channel is only a couple months old, but I think it was like 2.5 months ago, or maybe 3, where Reverb went to the Loft and interviewed him. And I don't remember exactly the context, but he was talking about these old instruments, and he said something to the effect of, the whole point is to make something say something. And when I heard that phrase, I was like, that's it. Anyhow, that's why it's called Make Something, Say Something, because those were words that Jeff Tweedy actually said. So I should give credit where credit's due. He's a great songwriter, and a great guitar player, and loves vintage guitars and new guitars. but I think he really likes the old ones too. Today was a blessing. I love what I do. I love what I do. I love the people I've met, relationships that you make, and the experiences you have. That's what matters. And those things allow you to witness great talent, and in the case of today, a great collection and beautiful guitars. So today is really about that and this person who knows who they are, who will watch this video. And I, to you, say thank you so much for the opportunity and for the trust and for allowing me to work with you. So that's it, y'all. I told you I was gonna get philosophical on you today. All right, bye.